Hey guys, HW coming into Strathfield on the train. Thought I'd get the camera out. Heading out to out west today to pursue a sporting pursuit with my mate. So let's see what we can see. Strathfield's one of the big hub stations in Sydney. This is where the Northern Line and the Western Line meet. So a lot of people come here to change trains to go down the different routes. Some of the country trains stop here on their way out bush as well. So that's why, even though it's a Sunday today, there's still a lot of people around because they're all swapping trains. Strathfield itself, it's about 14 kilometres out of the city of Sydney, and it's what it's famous for is back in the day it used to hold the country estates for a lot of rich Sydney merchants, and the name Strathfield actually comes from a house that was built out here for one of those merchants, and it was called Strathfield's Eye. I didn't bother checking to see if it was still standing or not. Probably not, but a lot of them are. And also in the adjoining suburb of Burwood as well. Now I don't know how much I'll actually film today while I'm here, but let's put this down as a marker that I'll come back out here and explore both Strathfield and Burwood, at least for the delightful houses that they have. Big mansions they are, big Victorian mansions. So a few of them still around in both suburbs. So I'll try to get out here one day and do it. And no doubt I'll find some delightful Asian eateries. There's a big Asian community out here. Let me get my train ticket out. Albert Road's the one that I need to go to. As well as being famous for the rail station and those big houses, those big old Victorian houses, Strathfield's got an infamous past as well. The Strathfield Plaza over there, where you can see that red sign up on the building. That's the shopping centre for the area. I might stay in the shade here actually. Yeah, that's the shopping centre for the area, and why it's infamous was back in 1991 a guy went berserk there. I won't mention his name. A guy went berserk there and murdered 8 people and injured a bunch of others. So it's known as the Strathfield Massacre, unfortunately. So, got my headphones on so my mate can call me when he turns up. But let me just walk around and give you a little look at Strathfield while I'm here at least. Geez, there's a lot of people in the square over here. Let's go check them out. So of the Asian communities that do live out here, there's a big Chinese percentage, but there's Nepalese out here, there's Thais, there's Vietnamese, few of them are hanging around, meeting, greeting their mates, and playing chess over there, I see. So yeah, let's get back here one day and film all those houses. And no doubt we'll find a delightful neck to join as well. Let me just quickly ring my mate while we watch this chess game. What? What? Are you serious? I'm in the main square. I was just watching some guys play some chess in the square. All right, I just got on that Albert Road. I'm actually just walking around filming Strathfield Plaza at the moment. All right, cool. Well, just give me a call when you get here. I'll just do a bit of filming. Yeah, no worries. See ya. There's a chain coffee place over there called Gloria Jean's. Used to be owned by a religious group. I'm trying to think of who they were. I slipped my mind. It was a young Christian group anyway that used to own Gloria Jean's, but I think they sold it. Oh well, we might as well have a look in Strathfield Plaza while we're here. It's another coffee shop chain that I just passed, Oliver Brown. Oh, got salami and kebabs there. Delicious. Here's the obligatory Chinese bakery bread top with all the delightful baked goods packaged up, ready to take on your journey. Just saw a Woolworths supermarket. Hero Sushi. Chinese supermarket over there. Another one. What else we got down here? Medical centre. What's this joint? Hey buddy, how are you? It's all pre-packaged seafoods and noodles and all sorts of stuff. There's a Asian butcher there. There's a few people in bread top sucking. Oh no, this is a coffee box next to bread top. That looks alright. Oh, it serves Campos coffee. Delicious. I've already got my morning coffee though. Let's try that again. Screen went off on the camera for some reason. Let's get up to one of the other main roads up here. Just spilt the coffee all over myself. Hopeless. Oh, look at this Italian joint on the corner. It's weird. Didn't expect to see that. It's called Barone. So a few people sitting there looked a bit startled by the camera, so I walked away from them. By the time we cross the road, my mate should be here, hopefully. I assume this is probably Albert Road as well, or part of Albert Road. See if we can see a street sign. This looks like an Asian fruiterer in here. Yeah. I think that my mate just pranked me. So I think that'll do it for just this little skirt around Strathfield this morning. But we'll definitely come back and do those mansions like I promised.
They're all big farms.
Oh, we're driving now in the car, and my mate tells me that there's a lot of homes along the road here, big homes, so I thought I'd try to capture some of them.
They're all on this
They're all on the right hand side. I'm in the passenger side, so I'm missing them all. Why are they all on that side?
I don't know, take two. I'll do a Yui. I'll get them in the Arvo when I drop you back. Yeah?
Yeah. I'll try to capture some on this side. There's a couple of decent sized ones. They're a bit more modern though. Who wants some Victorian ones?
Yeah, a lot of Federation here, Victorian. But like you'll find some old homesteads, and then a lot of the blocks are being subdivided, and people put up like micro mansions
Yeah.
I've been there.
What suburb is this?
This is
Still Strathfield?
I think
The
it's-
Boulevard.
yeah.
We're on the Boulevard.
I think this is technically-
Alright. Take 2, or day 2. We're back in Strathfield to see some of these historic houses. We never made it on the first day because we got stuck in a dumpling restaurant in Burwood on the way back. And it got dark as well, so it would have been a bit hard to see the houses. But here we are, back on day 2. Take 2. We'll get around and have a look at these houses now. So we're just about to have a look at a couple of them in Albert Road in Strathfield. So let's go. So the first one's a bit of a fizzer. This first one's called Agincourt at 81 Albert Street, or Albert Road.
Evening also feeding they give?
It was circa 1891, but you can only see the chimney because they've built a nursing home around it. So can you see the chimney up there? So that's circa 1891. And it was built for Washington Soul, who was the founder of Sol Patterson, the chemist, or he partnered with Patterson, and that became Sol Patterson, the chemist. So if you grew up in Australia, you'd know that name. So yeah, a bit of a fizzer. We can't see that house, but there's plenty of others to look at. So we'll walk down the road here and have a look at the others. So here's the next one. I'll just look at my paper here. This is called Tuxedo. And it was built in 1890 for American-born Joseph Falk, who made his money being a general merchant. This one's obviously under a bit of development at the moment. Looks like there's something being built out the back and a big underground car park. But yeah, certainly an old house, this one. There's a nice looking house next door as well, with this wrought iron gate. There's this joint over here as well. It's a bit more modern though. This Tuxedo one over here is definitely a Victorian house. Pretty grand. So let's get moving to the next location. So just heading back to the car, I just looked up that property which is called Tuxedo, 87 to 89 Albert Road. It last sold in 2007 for 2.375 million. Land size is 25 or just over 2,500 square meters, 11 bedrooms, 11 car spaces, 5 bathrooms. Alright, here we are at Brunyarra on the Boulevard at Strathfield. And this house has been overtaken by the Simbina College, which is a school. But this particular home was built in 1886 for the Brunton family, or Brunton, however you want to pronounce it, who were flour millers. This is a pretty grand old home as well. Obviously been painted up to match some of the other school buildings, but you can imagine back in the day this would have been on a substantial plot of land. Nice big verandas on the lower levels, the upper levels. So yeah, Brunyarra. Alright, this one we're going to look over the fence. This one's called Lauriston, and this is in the Boulevarde as well. This was built in 1908 for an Amy Vickery, who was the daughter of Ebenezer Vickery, who was one of Australia's richest men back in the day. So it's a Federation style, this one. This is built in the school as well. This one was a real pain in the neck to get to because all the mums have turned up to pick up their kids, so all the parking spaces are taken. So yeah, this one would have had some bloody decent grounds around it back in the day, and now it's like close to the heart of Strathfield. See if I can get a side-on view up here as well. I don't want to poke around too much around the school, as you could expect. Here's a side-on view through the gates. So that one's got a veranda around it as well. So let's get back to the car, because I've got the car here today. Get around to the next joint. Okay, this is Woodstock. This was built in 1886. This is a pretty grand one, this one. This is back in the Victorian style. It looks like it would have been over a pretty substantial estate back in the day. It's a private residence now. It was once a nursing home. I don't want to walk in there. I might get in a bit of strife. And around the grounds they've actually built little terraces now. So it's, I don't know if the main house has been broken up as well, but the main house only seems to have one number on it. You can see the fence line here goes further down the street, broken up into these smaller terraces. So I don't know the owner of that one. You can see the chimneys on the top of the roof of the main house over there now. Alright, as we look through the fence here, up at this grand old house, this is Bellevue. This is located in Victoria Street, circa 1914. And this one was built for a solicitor by the name of Ernest Lawrence. Again, this is another one of those Federation ones. A decent sized block of land anyway. It's had a new fence put on the front here though. I'll have to do this one from across the road because it looks like there's some people home. But this one's in Alban Street, Strathfield, circa 1896, but more in the Federation style, so it must have been starting to emerge the Federation style then, and it was made for a local minister of the church. Certainly got some unusual shapes to it. So there you go, Darenth. Alright, we're just about to hit the last house for today. Now this suburb of Strathfield's littered with Federation style houses, Victorian style houses, and beautiful terraces, even some semis here and there. So I thought before we head off to the next one, which will be Virginia, or in Redmere Road, Strathfield. Tell you a bit about Strathfield, the suburb itself. So the median house price in Strathfield now today in 2023 is just over 3.3 million, and the average unit price is 688,000. And that's because there are some really big modern apartment blocks closer to the highway, which bring that median price down a bit on the units. Now let me just quickly look at the map and I'll tell you how far Strathfield is from the city. Approximately 16 kilometres from the city. So back in the day, Strathfield was like right up there with Double Bay, Rose Bay, Point Piper, which are really exclusive areas of Sydney. So the houses out here were pretty expensive, and they're still expensive today relatively, but they're nowhere near as expensive those areas now. So back when there was a lot more land around in the 1800s, a lot of richies moved out here. There's probably still some rich people here now, but yeah, it's certainly not at the values it used to be. So let's get over to the last house for the day, Virginia, which is in the Federation style, and it was owned by a wealthy tobacco merchant family called Todman. So let's get over there. Alright, here we are at the last one, 80 Redmire Street or Redmire Street, and it's Virginia. It's a grand old Federation style mansion, this one. See if I can get a view from the side. Yeah, it looks like it's had its land chopped up as well. There's a house out the back. So yeah, a lot of these grand old estates have had their lands subdivided over the years. But still a grand old house, the old Virginia. So as we walk up Redmire Street or Redmire Street, depending on how you pronounce it, I'll thank you for coming on the little skirt around Strathfield. Even if it was stretched over 2 days, because the dumplings were calling. But we've done it now. And some of the nearby suburbs like Burwood and Homebush, they've got some of these grand old homes as well. But I'll have to save them for another vid. So yeah, as we walk down the street here on a weekday afternoon in Sydney, well, thank you for watching another HW vid. The video is over.